Do you remember this?
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, this thing moves. Yes! What a fun car. Can you believe it's been 12 months since I picked up my Model 3 and it's actually been rolling now for 40,000 kilometers. And guess what? It's for sale. It can be yours. After the intro. So how does my Model 3 hold up after 1 year and 40,000 kilometers? I'm actually very happy about it. And I had some issues, and they've taken care of almost everything at the service center. One of the issues I had was a weird one. Maybe you remember we got a new feature last year, end of last year, when you actually have this not only creep mode and roll mode, but you also have hold mode. So basically, if you release the throttle, the car will eventually come to a complete stop. You don't have to do anything. And what happened was that the brake pedal triggered something that the car thought that I was actually pushing the brake pedal, even if I was not in the car. This thing happened, even if the car was parked, it could happen in the middle of the night, and all of a sudden the brake lights were on the car. You can see here coming to the car in the morning, and it's like someone is in the car, the screen is lit up and everything, and the climate control and the heater is running. And that's kind of frustrating if you're parked and in the middle of the night, the climate system switches on. So it consumes a lot of battery if it's a lot of negative degrees outside. And it actually took Tesla quite some time to figure out what the problem was, even though I tried to tell them that I can actually get around this problem by lifting the brake pedal a bit. So I think the endpoint was when I was driving and all of a sudden it started to light up the brake lights, even if I was driving. The cars behind got a bit scared sometimes. The funny thing though is normally if you push the brake pedal and you're driving on autopilot, the autopilot disengages, but it didn't react on this. So clearly something just in the beginning when you press the brake pedal. But I fixed it over Christmas. It took some time though, so I had a Model S as a loaner. Other than that, I had some trouble with rattling from here. And that actually was a known problem, but I didn't have a good solution for it. But the technician there seemed to have found a good solution for the problem. So he was grateful for my diagnosis of the rattle. And I haven't had it since, so that's good. Otherwise, the play in the driver's seat. Maybe you remember I talked about that 6 months ago. It's still there. I tried to fix it. Well, it's back again. So not much to say about it. It's not that much. I actually had a Model S as a loaner over Christmas, and that one was quite a bit of play in that driver's seat, so I'm not complaining. So it's a minor thing, actually. One thing that's interesting is I actually a friend of mine borrowed this car, and as a thank you, he went to a car wash, and they put something on the roof. And maybe you remember that I talked about the water in the trunk thing was not a problem for me with this car, which it hasn't been. But now they put something on the roof which makes the water come down a lot faster on the glass roof and into the trunk. So it was not there before, and now it is there. It seems like you can also see that when it's raining, you get these drops on the roof, which you didn't get the same, not the same size of the drops before. So that's something that's changed as well. But I actually got a product sent to me that I'm going to review later on, which is basically a trunk lip, which you can mount on there, and it allegedly will prevent the water from coming in to the trunk. So we'll test that out. Hit a thumbs up if you want to see that, or write a comment if you want me to review that. But it's coming out eventually. I also have a lot of other videos coming out. For instance, I've mounted mud guards from Teslify, which I'm very happy with. It was a bit tricky to mount the back ones, but other than that, it was really good mud guards. Actually larger than the one that they deliver the Model 3 with now. So I'm satisfied with those. So over this year, we actually got more power 2 times. First time 5%, and the second time also 5% more power. Yeah, so I'm very happy with the car. And despite all that, I'm still selling it. But it's not because I don't like the car. It's actually due to tax rules or tax regulations. Because if you buy a brand new Model 3 Performance in this country, it's a lot more cheaper in tax if you have it as a company car than it is than this one is. So that's the reason. So if you're interested, send me a message, and we'll see if we can get a deal. All right, what else? Well, I had a Model S loaner over Christmas and New Year, and yeah, Model S, I like the Model S, but I actually, it was really nice to get back to my car afterwards. The Model S, it's a bigger car, and as I told you many times before, I prefer the size of this one. And I actually haven't driven a newer Model 3 yet. I'm going to be interested to see, because Elon tweeted last year that they actually changed a bit of the insulation for the noise. So I'm really interested to see how that turned out, how much you can hear the difference when driving on a motorway, for instance. Especially here in Sweden, because we have very noisy roads here. So I'm very interested in that. But other than that, I'm very happy with the Model 3. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I have a lot of videos coming out, but it's a bit busy now with work and everything. So that's why it's been not so many videos coming out lately. But hopefully I will get some more time to produce some more videos. And actually I'm going away. So I will be in Southeast Asia for a couple of weeks, and we'll see if I can find some Tesla owners there. I've reached out a bit on online, but it's very hard. It's just a few ones that I've seen in the Philippines where I'm going. So we'll see about that. Thanks for watching. Drive safely. See you in the next one.